Next. All right, what's your name, honey?
I'm Barbara Z, and I'm innocent till proven guilty. Yeah.
Is that her?
Oh my God! Yes, it's her! It's that crazy Yenta!
That's it, we got it. Busted.
I'm Julie Halston, and you're watching The Barry Z Show.
And I'm Barry Z, and we just covered at the Hudson Guild Theater, Die, Mommie Die, starring Charles Busch, and it's to die for. We'll be right back after these messages. Love you, Charles. Hi, it's Barry Z from The Barry Z Show. Go ahead, one more time. Hi, it's Barry Z from The Barry Z Show at etc. restaurant, talking to Tom Pinkney, the producer of Die, Mommie Die, or is it Mommie Dearest?
No wire hangers ever!
I think it's Die, Mommie Die, and it's Tim Pinkney.
How did this come about for the Actors Fund?
Well, Charles has done, Charles and Julie did a great show for us last year. They did the 20th anniversary of Vampire Lesbians, as well as a variety show with Rebecca Luker and Brent Barrett. It was extraordinary. So we really wanted to do another show with Charles. So we talked to Carl Andress, who directed it, and we talked to Charles, and since Die, Mommie Die's never been done on the West Coast, we thought this is perfect. And the movie is so popular. We had the costumes from the movie. It just all came together. It was perfect.
Find the story for me.
The story is, it's like a crazy 60s soap opera where twin sisters and somebody kills one twin and she takes her place and trying to bring back her faded career.
You killed her. You killed your sister. You killed Angela. How could you even think that you could replace her? Well, as a mother, perhaps. As a wife. But as a star? Barbara, you were always a no-talent amateur. A loser. You'll go to the gas chamber for this, you evil bitch.
Yes, and I really don't care. All my life, what I feared most was loneliness. That terrible, aching kind of loneliness. It's a dark, empty place to live. Somehow, I'm not afraid of the darkness anymore. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
Hi, it's Barry Z from The Barry Z Show at etc. restaurant, talking to Tom Margarosian.
Right.
Who starred in tonight's Die, Mommie Die, right?
He died.
What did you get involved in this?
Well, actually, they called me. I know Charles. He's a total nutcase.
I won't hold that against you.
He called me and he asked me to do this. I love him to death. He was more attractive than most women I've dated.
Did I overdress?
He could drag out an exit and take for days. It's fabulous. He's just wonderful. He's just very much of a craftsman, and he's a terrific writer, and the show was wonderful.
Yes.
I was in a series with him, Oz. We did Oz together.
Are you the one who dropped the soap?
What?
What?
Are you the one who dropped the soap?
I think we both dropped the soap, You know what I mean?
How did all of you meet Christopher Maloney? From Oz?
Oz, yeah. Chris is from Oz. And we all worked together on that show for several years,
What's going on?
Where is it?
Where's what?
Hey, don't play games with me, asshole. Where's the tunnel?
What tunnel?
We've been watching you.
Leave him alone. Here it is.
Holy shit. How far far along are you?
We figure by tomorrow we're on the other side of the prison wall.
When you go, we're going with you.
How? We're gonna leave at night. You'll be locked into your own pod.
Then we'll switch pods.
What?
You two will switch pods with us. Otherwise, we tell the hacks about what's going on.
All right. If you can arrange the exchange, the tunnel's yours.
Rebadow?
Shut up, Osmolis.
Yeah. Shut up, Bushman.
Now, what part did you play in Die, Mommy Die?
His husband, Charles's husband.
Our husband.
He was great. I'm telling you, he was just great.
Now, how many times did you watch the movie?
I watched it once, actually. I did. I didn't know the movie, frankly, had existed. And when I got the show, I talked to Charles a little, and he told me it was a movie. I went out and rented it. It was very funny.
Who played your role in the movie version?
Can't remember his name, but it's an actor, a character actor you would recognize. He's done a lot of things.
You've got a lover, and he's rented a townhouse in Greenwich Village for the both of you. Care to know the floor plan?
No, although I'm mildly curious to hear the identity of my secret paramour.
Does the name Tony Parker ring a bell?
Tony Parker.
Don't you dare laugh.
But really, it's so amusing. Me, run off with Tony, a failed TV actor and a notorious Lothario.
Tony Parker is known to have the biggest cock west of the San Andreas Fault. I should have known a tramp like you would come begging for it.
I will not remain here to be insulted.
Yeah? You're not going anywhere. I had you followed by a detective. He took pictures. Pictures that made even a hard-boiled gumshoe reach for the Pepto-Bismol. Here, take a look.
I'd say these are certainly grounds for divorce.
Never. I am sentencing you to life imprisonment, baby, and I am going to be the warden.
You're mad.
We are a famous couple, Angela, and we're going to stay that way in public, if not in private.
And this will bring you happiness.
Nobody makes a dirty joke out of Saul P. Sussman. You are my possession. I own you just like I own every toilet in this house.
Hi, it's Barry Z from The Barry Z Show at the Hudson Guild Theater, talking to the legend herself, Julie Halston, who was one of the actors or actresses in Die, Mommy Die.
No, I was not in Die, Mommy Die. I was the chairwoman for the event of Die, Mommy Die. It was so great. What a great night it was. It was really amazing. Charles looking more spectacular than ever. And, you know, it is the first time that this was shown in New York. A lot of people have seen the movie of Die, Mommy Die. Some people in L.A. have seen the play of Die, Mommy Die, but they have never done it here in New York. So this was a first.
Yes.
And, but the other plays of his I have co-starred with. A Lady in Question and Red Scare on Sunset and Vampire Lesbians of Sodom. Charles is so prolific and so talented. And it's such an honor to be in his crowd, in his consciousness. So,
I love you, Julie Halston.
Well, thank you very much.
We want to go home with you tonight and go to bed with you. What movies of yours can we rent?
Well, you could see me in The Juror.
He's very polite, but he can be very intimidating, you know what I mean? He knows his shit, Annie. He does Alice Aycock, Christy Rupp. He does not like the big dick Marvel cowboys. Anyway, he collects for himself, but mostly for friends. And I mean big, big collectors, honey. Big, big shit. Like, Sato Makamoto, B.D. Karamura.
My stuff's gonna go to Japan?
I don't know, just some of the names he mentioned.
Wait a minute, you didn't ask
Of
me?
course I asked. He gave me vague.
And that was good enough for you?
Well, that and a check for $24,000. Half of which is yours.
Woody Allen films, and you know, yeah, it's been a great ride.
David.
Paige.
Wasn't your choice of the Rachmaninoff inspired?
Wasn't it? Yeah, no, we
At first I thought it might incur my animadversion, but soon I realized it was opposite.
Aha! I think I see drinks at last.
Good to see you, David.
Nice
yeah,
meeting
lovely to
you.
see you. Thank you.
Hi, it's Barry Z from The Barry Z Show at the Hudson Guild Theater, talking to Charles Busch, who starred in Die, Mommy Die.
For one night only.
How did this come about?
How did it come about? Well, you know, a year ago, Julie Halston and I did a big benefit for the Actors Fund at the Music Box Theater, and it was a great big success and made a lot of money. And so they asked me if I would do another one, and I just didn't know what play to do. And then I realized that that this movie I made, Die Mommie Die, was actually a play and had never been seen in New York, so it made it a bit of a special event.
It's incredible. You got a standing ovation.
Oh, it was a lovely audience, but it was very peculiar because I got the feeling that, you know, people know it from the movie. It's kind of found its cult.
Why not me? It's my moment. Let me be who I am.
What's the show about?
Well, it's actually, you know, people don't realize it, but it's based on the Greek Oresteia. And it's actually the story of Clytemnestra, who killed her husband, and then her children tried to, you know, prove it, that her guilt. But I transposed it into the 60s and made it kind of like a Joan Crawford, Betty Davis, sort of, you know, 60s suspense film. I never thought it would end this way.
End? What do you mean? The suppository. Is it poison? Did you... Angela, did you poison me? Oh, God, Angela, what? For the love of God, Angela. Call Barry, please, please. Oh, God, oh. Angela, please. 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 Ah. Oh. 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 Angela, rot in hell!
Why is it called Die Mommie Die?
Because I play mommy and my children want me to die.
Why do you hate your mother so?
I hate her because she's a money-grubbing, selfish bitch who ruined my father's life. And a promiscuous slut who spends all my father's hard-earned money on trash like you.
Now, who else is in this?
Oh, we were very lucky. We had a wonderful cast. We had two very special up-and-coming young actors, Keith Nobbs and Jen Harris, and then the wonderful Jane Howdishell, who was just nominated for a Tony, and Christopher Maloney, you know, the star of Oz and Law and Order. I was actually a sort of semi-regular for 2 seasons on Oz. Did I overdress?
Oh, Jesus.
Ta-da!
You know, you look a lot like my ex-wife.
Thanks.
That's not a compliment.
Sit. For this.
Why?
You're not the only one who can move merchandise.
There you go. Me.
To your book, to your life, and the successful completion of both.
I ain't dead yet.
No, you're not.
Pretty good.
And tell me about your gowns.
Well, they were made, some of them were made for when we did the play in 1865.
That's funny.
Then, but most of them were made for the movie, which we shot in 2002. And so we actually was trying to make the play more like the movie because I thought there might be some, you know, people out there who were fond of that. So we tried to fit in as many costumes as possible. And, you know, this was technically called a reading, but, you know, it was fully costumed and the set and all sorts of things. It was a lot of work for one night.
Wow. It was well worth it. You raised a lot of money for the Actors Fund.
Yes, which is a wonderful organization.
That's amazing. Now, of course, we know you not only from Die Mommie Die, but from The Lady in Question, right?
Yes, and you know what else was going on tonight? Actually, you know, there's a wonderful documentary was made about me called The Lady in Question is Charles Bush, and tonight it actually premiered on the Sundance Channel and will be shown kind of, you know, they show things all the time, and comes out in DVD in September.
And quickly, we just want to go home with you and go to bed with you by watching Psycho Beach Party, right?
The great Kanaka, leader of the pack.
Long time no see.
Still following the sun?
Still walking the straight and narrow-minded?
Still intend to knock down this fire trap you call a bachelor pad?
Come by with those handcuffs and we'll burn it down together.
Oh! You forget that I'm both a cop and a lady. Why are you picking on us? We didn't do nothing wrong. Because I don't like you. Don't like the way you talk. Don't like the way you walk. Don't like your haircut. You kids think you own this beach. Think it's a teenage world. Well, you're dead wrong.
Are you gonna arrest us?
I might. I've got methods. They can get the truth out of the most hardened criminal. I have a special room. Picture it, if you will. Cold steel. Blinding lights. Formica coffee table. Oh, I've heard enough. Well, you'll be hearing more from me. Especially you, Mr. Bernaka. Cookie.
Adam's Family Values.
Well, I'm only in about 5 seconds of that movie.
You're going to have a wonderful life together.
Yes, I am.
Come, darling, let's see who's the next happy bride.
Come on!
Now you have to get married.
It's not binding.
Tramp.
What was it like making love to Christopher Maloney?
Oh, it's just torture, you know, being an actress.